Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you for slithering into my channel once again, or welcome in if you are new. I am Symtherin, and today we are doing another speed build, and this one was voted on by Twitter. I recently hit 100 subscribers here on YouTube, and I asked Twitter what I should do next, so here we are. We are attempting to build a 1 million simoleon micro home. And if you are not familiar with the challenge, basically you have to build a micro home here. I already have the shape going on, and you can see we are on a tiny residential lot, which means it's counting the tiles, and you cannot go over 32 tiles for the home itself. However, oh, look at that, we already hit 100,000 simoleons, and you will hear that sound every time we hit a milestone throughout this video. As it gets a little later on, you'll hear it pretty quicker. I had to cut out a lot of footage, and really once the ball got rolling and there wasn't much to cut out at the end, but whatever. What was I saying? I was telling you guys about the challenge. So you need a 32 tile home, but you can use the landscaping and the decorating and the interior designing and all that fun stuff to hit your goal of 1 million simoleons. So as you can see, right now we have a very lavish backyard. Right now it's a tiny pool, but I do end up moving over to a bigger lot because I'm gonna be honest, I was struggling. I was struggling so much, and yeah, we're going to hit 200,000 now, and we're still not at a bigger lot. But when I was struggling, this took me a couple of days, and I was struggling to rack up the simoleons, and I was talking to my boyfriend, and I was like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can get to it. I never thought it would be this hard. I mean, I can spend money in The Sims very easily. I do it all the time, but trying to get to 1 million simoleons is ridiculous. But he suggested going wider or building more, basically move to a bigger lot. So I believe we are going to do that very shortly. While I have you here, before we do that, yes, we're on a bigger lot now because I'm adding this little garden area. While we're at that, if you are enjoying the video so far, please go ahead and give it a like. The YouTube algorithm really pushes for likes, so it basically tells YouTube this video needs to be shown to more people, and if you want more people to see it, go ahead. And look at that, just like that, we are at 300,000 simoleons here. Very fun. Oh, I love this little hot tub area I did with these cute dividers, and I end up using, I think it's not till later on, some column things. I forget which pack they're from, but I size them down and kind of even make this pergola look a little fancier. When I was building this, I was trying to figure out what kind of sim would live here, and it's one lavish sim because there's only room in the house for one sim to sleep, unless you want one sim to sleep on the couch. And now that I'm saying that, I don't think there's a dining space inside the house, but that's okay because it's a tiny house. We are in Oasis Springs, and it's always nice in Oasis Springs, so you can eat at one of the tables in the backyard because there's many of them. Yep, now we're at 400,000 simoleons, and at this point, my goal was to get to 500,000 before I even thought about furnishing or decorating the interior, because I think like I said earlier, it's definitely a lot easier to start adding these small expensive items in The Sims once you hit a certain point, it just kind of snowballs. And oh, I love this fitness area. I think I would actually work out more if I was at this home. I use those mirrors, but I end up learning or finding out that the mirrors from Jungle Adventure were like $100 more expensive. So we switched those out a little later on. Lots of vintage glamour going on. Yeah, and look at the little can. I was shrinking down so many things because they were expensive, but I didn't want to have them. If you look around the lot, you're going to see a lot of knights in shining armor. What else? There's one. You're going to see the little bear. Oh, here's the column trick I was telling you. Oh, those are from Spa Day. Got it. But you're going to see the bear from, is that... Can't remember. Blanked. I'm sorry, and I'm not even going to try. And a lot of these statue things from Jungle Adventure, size down in the landscaping. I do use one skeleton from Get to Work in one of the fountains. He's kind of up on top, sitting on there. If you don't see it in the speed build, watch out for him in the tour later on at the end of this video. And right now, I believe we are hitting $500,000. And that means we can head on inside and start trying to figure out this interior. So I know a lot of it to rake up the money. A lot of it was covering the walls with expensive wall art. This door looked like the most expensive single door in the game from Stranger Things. And it doesn't quite fit the aesthetic, but I think that's kind of the fun part about it. And it's so hard to make an expensive bathroom when you're only doing a 3x1 tiled bathroom. So, you know, we've got the vintage glamour, I think it's vintage glamour, or luxury, no, vintage glamour, toilet and sink, and the snowy escape shower because it's a little more expensive than Discovery University. We're moving on to the kitchen. We got the marble walls going on, the most expensive appliances. These lights are really good because you can shrink them down and put multiples in there. I use that trick a lot. So if any of you are watching, I want to know if you've ever attempted to try this challenge, or if you ever want to attempt this challenge. I would suggest it. It's very fun. It's very frustrating though. I did play test this so the sim can walk around, because I know there's some areas where it looks like the sim might not be able to get to certain places, but it works. And I end up putting a desk over here because I remembered there's a really expensive computer, and I love the kitchen clutter because it makes no sense. Anyway, the really expensive computer, and then while I was going around and looking, I was doing the tour video part, recording words, but I realized that the desk had no chair, so I just went in and I stuck a little poof under there, because at that point I was already at 1 million or 100 million. 1 million, not 100 million, 1 million. 1 million simoleons, and at that point I was like, well, it just needs to look functional. It doesn't necessarily have to be functional. But I don't know if anyone would actually play in this lot. Where are we at now? 700,000. Okay, I hope this is timing up right. screen is moving slower than I am talking, so I'm gonna have to play this back. Anyway, here you can see I put the desk in no chair, and we are covering the wall with as much art. I don't even think there is any empty space anywhere. I also keep jumping from inside to outside as I see things that I can add outside and in the garden that might make sense. But yeah, we did a lot of Get Famous items. Snowy Escape, there's a lot of Jungle Adventure. There's a lot, but it was a lot of fun. When I finished it, I posted on Twitter that I felt like I had just finished a marathon. The second I saw that number go up to 1 million, I called my boyfriend and I was like, I did it! It's done! And I never want to do it again. Never ever. Cause see, I thought building on a budget was hard. I mean, technically this is a budget, it's just a really high budget. But like starter homes, I've never been able to do one. Maybe one day. Here I'm layering rugs because I thought that was also a good way to get some extra money. And it kind of looked cool. I mean, cause that wood flooring is the most expensive wood flooring in the game, and I think it's like $16 a tile. And I figure it looks like it would get cold in there, so you might want those rugs. I think that would be good. And I hopped back outside because I ran out of space inside, so I'm adding some more decorations, and I think we're gonna skip around some more and hit 900,000 simoleons. Yep, there it is. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in this pool. We've got some Batu shrunk down, the little spaceship. Oh, and we're back inside. But the Batu spaceship shrunk down. Did I leave the island living boat? I figured that, oh, and the bubble blower. But the Journey to Batu boat, it looked like to me like maybe it was a little speed racer, so maybe whoever lives here likes those remote control boats kind of thing. Like such a very lavish, electronic loving sim, and I love this movie area. It was a great way to get that expensive TV. And yeah, there are my socials, but we're going to start wrapping it up pretty soon in a couple minutes. But yeah, don't forget, let me know if you guys have done this challenge down below. What would you have done differently? Any tips, tricks, or let me know if you ever want to try attempting this. Even though I say that it was exhausting, it also was a lot of fun and so much fun. But if you ever try to attempt this, don't be afraid to message me. Here is when I realized I can put more violins because these violins are pricey and they make good decorations. So maybe the sim is also pretty musical. And yeah, we should be hitting that mile mark, that big number, that gorgeous, lavish number that I was so happy to see. And there it is. 1 million simoleons. But yeah, here's just a quick little screenshot because I did not record very long after I hit the number. I was like, I am done. So done. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video and liked the tour ahead, please, please, please give us a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like alerts for the next video, ring the bell. Until next time, friends, never tickle a sleeping dragon. Bye-bye.